Hey, it's me, GV. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. In the last episode, we found our way to the Brotherhood of Steel, which are being held out, or holding out, I guess would be the correct phrase, in Hidden Valley, which is where we are right now. Let's take a look at our quest, shall we? Still in the dark. Deal with an NCR Ranger who is camping in one of the bunkers of Hidden Valley. So if you remember in the last episode, we went into that bunker, I believe, right over there. We found the Brotherhood of Steel. They put an explosive collar around our neck, which can we see? Kind of. It's sort of meshing out of our suit. And they said they want us to deal with this NCR Ranger because they don't want anyone scurrying around here, which is kind of ironic considering we know the location of the bunker anyways, so you would think they would kill us or something. Anyways, we have a quest marker leading to this bunker, and I would assume that this NCR Ranger is going to be down here. Now, usually when I find this guy, he's on the outskirts of like the Hidden Valley scouting or something, but he might just be down here. Oh, and there he is. Let's talk to him, shall we?
Thought you'd sneak up on me, you filthy powder ganger?
I am not a powder ganger.
Exactly what powder ganger scum would say. Any last words before I pull this trigger?
Nothing except for I am not a powder ganger.
Relax, son. Just pulling your leg. What can I do for you?
Who are you?
Dobson's my name. I'm an NCR Ranger operating out of Camp McCarran north of here. Reading man by birth, though.
What are you doing here, Dobson?
Well, I thought I might set up a safe house in one of the bunkers here. Between the remote location and the dust storms, I figured it was ideal. Of course, it seems a lot less remote since you showed up. Plus, I haven't been able to get my radio working, and a safe house is no good without one. I reckon I'll stick around a while, patrol for troublemakers, see if I can get that radio working.
So, no one knows you're here?
Standard practice. Rangers operate on our own most of the time, and that's how we like it. Usually we call in our positions to McCarran to be relayed to other Rangers, but I can handle myself. I'm sure as hell not gonna lose any sleep on account of a goddamn broken down radio, but it will shorten my stay if I can't fix it.
What are the powder gangers? But of course we already know, we have dealt with them in the past. This seems like a bad location for a safe house, Dobson.
Oh, and in your expert opinion, why would that be?
Well, we of course do not have the speech. Oh, by the way, a lot of people are saying, just put points in speech, man. But number one, I'm not going to do that because Arizona, like I said, does not have a way with words. He shoots before he talks. Although not really, but you know what I mean. And number two, this not having speech makes this for a completely different playthrough. I have to do options that I've pretty much never have done before, so I'm enjoying that aspect. It is a little bit harder, but yeah, not going to be putting points in speech. Not sure, just feels bad.
I see. Well, I'll take that under advisement.
Okay, so we can say you have to get out of here.
Now, why would I do that? You see some powder gangers on the approach or something?
And then we have another speech option, which of course we cannot comply with, but we also have the Brotherhood of Steel as a base inside one of the bunkers here. They sent me after you. However, I know if we choose that option, he says, prove it, and then we point him to our explosive collar. He takes it off, and then the Brotherhood of Steel actually ambushes us. And if I remember right, it's 4 paladins in full armor, and I don't think we're going to be able to take them right now, especially with just normal weapons. So, never mind, let's talk about something else. Don't want to go that route. Looks like our dialogue options are done here. So now we can either warn him of the Brotherhood, which, like I said, will get us ambushed, and I don't think we're going to be able to win that fight on this difficulty. Number 2, we can just kill him, and that would be super easy, but I don't want to go that route. And number 3, yeah, we have a journal here. Finally got started getting this place in order, put out enough supplies to last a while, swept up some, gonna hit the hay and continue tomorrow. Read the next entry. Found a nice little spot to scout the prison from. Place has been pretty active recently. Those thrice damned powder gangers have been spreading out, so I need to be careful to avoid them. It doesn't help that I have to get back early each night or risk getting blinded by the sand. Read next entry. This godforsaken radio still doesn't work. Damn it, I'm a scout, not an electrician. Must have got some sand in it or something. At least that crazy storm is good for keeping people away. This place wouldn't make much of a safe house if other people were traipsing in and out of it all the time, like me. I'd hate to have to find another location again, but if the supplies and especially the equipment weren't safe, I guess I'd have to. Put the journal back down. And here is the radio he keeps talking about. Let's activate it. The radio appears to be broken. Leave the radio alone. Smash the radio. We're going to leave it alone for now.
Hey, what are you doing to my radio?
Nothing, I swear.
Okay, but if I find you messing with it again, there'll be hell to pay. You hear me?
Sure.
Oh, it's you. Any particular reason you felt the need to bother me again?
Okay, and looks like we are completely done with dialogue with Dobson. So I know what we should do now, and this is sort of the harder way to do things. Of course, if you have speech, you have like a skeleton key to every single situation in Fallout, and New Vegas, I mean Fallout in general. But what we're going to do is we're going to come out here, and we are going to wait. What time is it? 9:21 a.m.? Okay, so we're going to wait till 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's wait till 4 o'clock p.m. because this guy should be out scouting. Like I said, it's unusual that I find him right off the bat inside the bunker. So you can see the quest objective has moved over there somewhere. So now we're going to go back into the Hidden Valley bunker and smash the radio. Now, if you do this when he's inside, he becomes hostile. If you do it when you're sneaking, I think he still becomes hostile. So yeah, it's better to do this right now when he's not inside here. Smash the radio. You smash the radio violently, destroying it beyond the possibility of repair. Okay, return to Elder McNamara with news that the Ranger has been dealt with. Yes, what's in your sack? Random stuff, and he's got random food over here, none of which we really want, but it's not illegal to take. Maybe it just changed since we got rid of him. I guess he's just going to auto-leave now. There's a locked door here that's hard, and I'm going to assume there's nobody behind this door, just like the other one. My curiosity is getting the better of me, but we do not have the lockpick skill to open that. So, looks like we're just going to return to the Brotherhood. So yeah, basically to just give my reasoning for why we destroyed the radio and didn't just kill him. I don't think Arizona would kill an honorable man like an NCR Ranger, and I've always actually liked that NPC. I thought he had more dialogue, but I guess not. So, yeah, I went the hard route just because I didn't want to kill him. Wouldn't feel right for this character, and yeah, I don't think we could have beaten the Brotherhood of Steel. Okay, so, intercom?
Stand back from the door. The Elder's eager to hear your report.
I also don't like working for the Brotherhood, but my hands are sort of tied, so... Alright, can we just go in here without an escort? I guess we can. With splash damage, all of your explosions are increased in size, allowing you a carpet bomb and even larger area. You know, explosions is like the one thing I don't think ever put any points into in any single playthrough ever. I mean, I've put points into it, but you know what I mean, like as a main skill.
How did you resolve the situation with the Ranger?
The Ranger won't be a problem. He's gone.
Gone? Why did he leave? And what makes you think he won't be back?
He was going to leave if he couldn't get his radio working, so I destroyed it.
I see. And he's not particularly likely to come back, since he's learned that the bunkers here aren't secure enough to serve as safe houses. It's not a foolproof solution, but indirect methods rarely are. What matters is that you drove him off without alerting him to our presence. Since you completed your assigned task, I will allow you to come and go from the bunker freely. So let's get that collar off you. There, that's better, I hope. Now that we have that bit of unpleasantness out of the way, there is a matter that I would like to discuss with you. Stop by the command room when you can. Oh, and bear in mind, if you end up betraying us, we will know it, and there will be no mercy.
See, I've got to get out of this mindset, like, in the usual playthroughs, where I can literally kill anybody if I wanted to. I could kill every person in this entire bunker if I wanted to, but now we're on a normal difficulty, so that's not gonna happen. Anyways, let's see. So what does our quest say now? Speak to Elder McNamara in the command room. Well, he's right there. Can't you just talk to me now, dude? I guess we'll follow him to the command room, unless we can talk to him now.
What I wish to discuss with you can wait for once I get settled in the command room outside.
Okay then, well I'm gonna follow you like a creep slowly until we get there. Alright, so I guess the command room is the place where we first talked to Elder McNamara.
When you first showed up on our doorstep, I'll admit at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of great use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here. Though no, we will be keeping an eye on you. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us?
I'll help you, but I wish there was an option to say I need to know what that is first.
Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently. and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them.
Surely you have better people suited to look for them than me.
The less who are aware of this situation, the better. My brothers and sisters were deeply traumatized by the losses we incurred several years ago. It would be imprudent to worry them unduly without first discovering the facts of the situation.
I'll begin looking immediately then.
I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Okay, well, where do I go about getting that stuff? Find the missing Brotherhood patrol at the... Okay, it's gonna give me a whole bunch of stuff. We've got another one of these cool maps from Fallout 3. And what is that stuff? I guess that's the fort, right? I don't know what that icon's supposed to be. That's the NCR, because the two-headed bear. That's the strip, because the Lucky 38. There's the boomers, because the howitzer. I guess that's Helios 1 and Repcon facility. Interesting. Okay, well, before we go about on our mission, I believe there's, like, a way to do another part of this quest. Let's talk to him really quickly.
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind?
I was hoping to speak to you about other matters. Okay, see you later. Alright, I think we want to actually talk to Paladin. I forget what his name is, but this might come into account later.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say?
Sure, go ahead.
As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by. And many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations. And all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed.
How do you propose to do that?
I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it?
I'll see what I can do.
That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
Okay, well, he actually has given me tasks already.
What is it, outsider? Have you discovered anything?
The Elder has me looking for the lost patrols and retrieving their mission discs.
Yes. I know the loss of the patrols has weighed heavily on his mind for some time. He took it very personally when they first went missing. That was when I first began to seriously question his ability to lead us. A commander has to be able to deal with the potential loss of his men. It's strange that he would ask you to find mission discs on them, however. The missing paladins were all on standard patrols, which don't need them. Only brothers sent on special assignments are given mission discs. If you should find any on the lost patrols, let me know.
What would you do if you became Elder?
After lifting the lockdown, the first thing I'd do is send scouts out to recon the area. We need to know what's going on out there. Next, I'd resume patrols in the near vicinity, and begin sending search teams out to the spots the scouts reported were relatively safe. It's standard procedure when a chapter relocates to an area, but standard procedure wasn't our last Elder's style, either.
Okay, well, even though Hardin is ugly as sin, I like his demeanor, and I like his route better than McNamara's. So we're going to go with Hardin. Need to get going. Let's take a look at our quest here. Still in the dark. Optional. Return to Hardin with the Lost Patrol's mission discs. Optional. Look at the Brotherhood's history files relating to Elders being dismissed from their positions. Optional. Talk to Senior Paladin Ramos on Hardin's behalf. Optional. Help Head Paladin Hardin find a way to oust Elder McNamara from his position. Find the missing Brotherhood patrol at Black Mountain and retrieve there, and it's going to go through all that stuff. So we will talk to Ramos first, who should be right in here, right? Unless it's the scribe, and it is the scribe. Are we supposed to Are we supposed to talk to him? Looks like it.
Look, this isn't a great time. Oh, what the hell? It's not like we're making any progress. I'm Ibsen, and I hope your day is going better than mine is.
Something wrong?
Yeah, I'm in charge of keeping this data system up and running, but accessing it is a little, touch and go at the moment.
Why is that?
One of our exploratory patrols, back when we had exploratory patrols, found a data disk in some ruins out in the waste. Well, we finally got around to cataloging the damn thing and got shut out of our own data store the second it loaded. Turns out it had a virus on it.
A virus?
Yeah, some pre-war jackass with too much time on his hands apparently decided to inflict his misery on those around him. It's scrambling all the terminals here at the moment. Luckily, we only use this section for storing historical data.
Anything I can do to help?
I suppose it couldn't hurt to get another pair of eyes on this. Maybe you'll be able to come up with something coming at it fresh. While the entire system is infected, the virus itself is spread across 3 terminals. The problem is that it keeps moving periodically. We'll have it nailed down in a terminal or 2, only to have it jump to another set of terminals before we locate the 3rd.
Okay, we don't have enough science to do this. What do I need to do?
You'll need to locate it on 3 different terminals in this area in 1 minute. Any longer and it'll jump, and you'll have to start all over. Locating the virus would probably be nearly impossible, but the pompous little bastard that wrote it made things a little easier for us. Normally, terminals infected by the virus just display gibberish, but we found that terminals the virus moved to had some real data passed to them. We were able to decrypt the data and discovered that it was just messages from the virus's writer taunting his victims. When you find terminals with those messages, lock them down and move on. Find 3 of them before the virus jumps, and we'll wipe the damn thing.
I'll give it a try then.
Best of luck to you. I'll tell the others to take a break so they don't get in your way. Oh, and I'll keep track of when it jumps for you. To maximize your chances, wait for my signal before you begin.
Okay, now I never fully understand this, so I really paid attention to what he was saying this time, and I think I know. So there's terminals all over here, and we need to find the 3 that have the virus on them within 1 minute, or else it gets reset. It's kind of, this always reminded me of like the 3rd gym in Pokemon.
The virus just jumped. Find which terminal.
Okay, let's start with this one. Let's see, access data store. Okay, so it looks like when they have gibberish like that, that's not infected. Okay, there we go. Isolate virus. Okay, that's 1. So I guess we'll just go around and hopefully find the 3. Okay, that's not 1. Let's see. There are a ton of terminals, so you can see why this is sort of challenging. If I get it on the first... Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's 2, and now we just need to find 1 more. Did you say 10 seconds? Okay. There we go. I think we got it. Wow, that was super lucky.
We got it. The virus has been purged.
Now, if they have so many people working here...
The house is out of the picture. One less thing for us to do.
That is not relevant at all to our current situation, dude. If they have so many people working here, I don't see why this would be difficult for them. But nevertheless...
You actually did it. If you don't mind my saying so, I didn't think you had a chance in hell of pulling it off. But I'm glad to be wrong for once. Thank you, my friend. Please feel free to access the data store at your leisure. I'm only allowed to give you access to non-classified topics, but it's better than nothing, right?
Okay, and we will access that stuff in the next episode. Thank you for watching this one, ladies and gentlemen. In the next one, we will continue on in the Brotherhood of Steel side quest, and I will see you guys there. Bye-bye.